Thanks to the key supporters of the lead today, to Nike, Floyd Pink, Ultramees, Bra, Carmad, and Ole, who have all donated to make sure that we can grow that prize pool out for the top three constructors here. Out to €130 this season will be split between the podium of the final standings. It is tipping it down in Miami. And we're ready to get underway. So big thank you to those particular supporters, and of course to Ricky and Atsu for the organisation of this round. My apologies, Floydie, that you were on the wrong link. I tried to build the hype for tonight by adding a link stream, but unfortunately, because I'm not streaming directly into that and out of my PS5 instead, it obviously hasn't quite hooked up and made the difference. So my apologies. Respond is saying it's pouring down and he's not too happy about it. So good evening to him, to Epic Melon Fruit, who is beyond the ball, feeling nervous and not sure he's going to have his teammate with him tonight. Unfortunately, Betty has not made it to the paddock for the start of the first race here in Miami. May be able to show up later on. And AJ has been out trackside at F1 in Abu Dhabi as well. VCarb lead that championship by 246, and it's almost unassailable to Mercedes on 199. However, it is possible, especially with a raised bounty on the head of our championship leader, Bjorn de Boer. It is now 20 points for taking out Bjorn de Boer, and 20 points he can earn if he stays in the race. But without Betty to play rear gunner, that might be difficult. Alpine have 178 points in third, with Stake Sauber on 172, Haas have 164, McLaren 157, joint sixth place with Aston Martin. Then we have the Red Bull team on 154 in eighth, Williams the ninth on 122, and Ferrari are on 107 points. We have Bjorn de Boer leading the Drivers' Championship, 148, plays Milan's 121. A joint third place, Ashtube and Alpha Alex have 110 points each, with L Plan on 107. Loop Racer, 104. Those drivers probably still within a shout. Betty and Atsu joint 7th on 98. But we will ride on board then with Ricky Maru, who hosts our sessions and organises our league, and see how he finds an alternate route through the Miami swimming pool. That is the car park outside the Miami Dolphins, appropriately enough, race circuit. W2II1D0. I'm not quite sure what that's referring to, but I'm going to go with W2 in the Williams here. He's running around in 14th at the moment. He's using other people's offline lines through the rain to find the best way through. And this corner is pretty slow on the left here. Normally numbered turn 8, and it gets very, very slow and tricky as the radius tightens after turn 6 and 7. And very difficult, especially in these conditions, to get that judgment exactly right on the way through. He's down in 16th position at the moment. Looks like Bra and Ultramees are dropping down as well. We'll ride with Milan, as Bjorn de Boer is vying with Milan for the fastest time at this stage. I wonder if Bjorn de Boer is thinking, given its fairly fast start to the race and a fairly short run up to turn 1, whether it's worth pushing all the way. Well, coming out of turn 16 is Milan with the long straight. Look out for some hits into the wall down here as a long and heavy braking into the official turn 17 here, and then we will cut across slightly, I think, turn 19 before getting to the line. So this is Milan. Bjorn de Boer has stopped near the line. It's a 135.9 for Milan. ARL and Ashtube making a Red Bull 2-3. El Plan, former leader of the championship, down into 4th. We have Loop Racing in 5th and Carmad in 6th. Atsu is in 7th, with Ole in 8th, Alpha Alex in 9th, and El Steel making it into the top 10 this time. And we'll see how the start manages to progress once they get the go-ahead here. There we have it then. First position for Milan to start this race. He was second in the championship, Drivers' Championship, and it would be quite something to steal it off Bjorn de Boer at the end. Still got his Halloween driver stance ready, but Floyd Pink finished 11th, Betty in 12th for the VCARB Championship leading team. Then we have W2 and Bra in 13th and 14th, Ultramis and Topaz Mika in 15th and 16th. Our championship leader Bjorn de Boer in 17th. Ricky Maru was alive to Bjorn de Boer's tactics and has done exactly the same thing. Not finished his lap, so he's going to start alongside Bjorn de Boer. So his nerves will be getting stronger as we wait now. Knowing that he's got someone who clearly is very switched on to the kind of League of Destruction style of tactics that we might start the race with. I'm sure he's feeling the pressure here. He'd love to finish this race on a high and secure that. It's possible, I think, for him to secure the Drivers' Championship in this race, but not necessarily the Constructors' Championship. Everybody gets 5 points for taking part, so it does kind of complicate things. As Nike has managed to join us, and he may have snuck in there just at the last moment before we get underway. So if that's the case, that is very fortunate. He'll be at the back in 19th position, and I think we'll try and watch from the driver's eye view, perhaps from the back of the grid, instead of trying to wait for the trackside cameras to flash past in the rain. It's very difficult to see anything in that situation. I wonder what we'll do in Portugal as well, where they'll be going reverse. We'll be going dry to wet in Portimao, but that is for about 15 minutes time, because here we go, ready to get underway with the racing. It's red lights on, and it's off we go. Here is Bjorn de Boer with Topaz Mika looking at the Haas, I think that is, of Ricky Maru, who's gone hunting of Bjorn de Boer and has already smashed into somebody. Well, there's a McLaren spun around there. I think it might have been someone else. It might have been the Aston Martin there of Ultramis that Ricky Maru hit straight away. But let's track with Bjorn de Boer, because he comes out of the turn 13, and he's certainly got drivers hunting him down. That was looks like Betty making contact, trying to wipe other drivers out before she herself gets taken out. But Bjorn de Boer is in 11th. ARL has shot out into the lead of this race, but really it's about the bounty at this stage. And Bjorn de Boer nervously following in the spray of El Steel here. El Steel may not be completely familiar with the bounty situation, and I think Bjorn de Boer might feel like he has a chance here to try and get past and get some momentum. I wonder if anyone will go for a dive bomb. And dive bomb means something slightly different here in League of Destruction, as ARL is out in front by I was going to say 1.8, but 2 seconds clear now coming out of turn 16. And that is Carmad F14. It wouldn't be the first time he's taken himself out of the race on an early lap in this championship. And there you see, that was Bjorn de Boer getting squeezed against the wall, and he's trying to navigate this long straightaway, and he's just got an absolute melee coming up in front of him. They're going to have a big stop coming into the corner. Is anyone going to keep going for it? We'll go. Everybody trying to get the car slowed down, as W2 is our first retirement, and sideways to the racing action is one of the Red Bulls. That's Ashtu turning what would have been a fantastic early start to the race to almost defeat, as Respond is saying, dearie me. So it's definitely very, very interesting, as I wonder whether also Bjorn de Boer will be going through the pit lane, or is he just going to try and skate around on a slightly damaged car. That front left end plate is damaged, but they'll probably be looking at changing tyres at some stage in this wet to dry race. Atsu is with Bra on the circuit. Atsu overtaking Bra here, and Bra struggling with the Aston Martin at the moment. Again, missing a front wing end plate, gets a little bit of a sideways bosh from his rival Topaz Mika on the way through. Betty sprints on through, and crushed against the wall was Bra. There goes the front wheel, and a very ugly looking wheel shroud on the inside edge. It's clearly still got some electrical power into it, that wheel, but all the same, that is another retirement. Then Bra out, and we have ourselves 16 runners remaining. Did Nike make it into the race? He did not, unfortunately. as through comes the Red Bull of Astube, which is brilliant stuff. How is the McLaren alive? Says Respond. Absolutely crazy stuff. He certainly positioned his car very, very well for a smash there. ARL retires from the lead of our race. What on earth happened to ARL? Well, the Ferrari is close to him, I think. Yes, it was the Ferrari that probably actioned the kill there on ARL, our leader of the race. So that's huge for this one. ARL would have been thinking that he was having a really, really good race of it as Carmad gets past Alpha Alex, who's gone into the pit lane now. And El Steele up from 10th into 3rd place for Ferrari. So looking really, really good for him. Beyond a Bort as typically just tiptoeing around the race circuit. We've got Topaz Mika in 5th. We've got someone just behind Beyond the Bort. I think that might be Loop Racer in the Alpine. Confirm it must be. But he's trying to follow Beyond the Bort. Once he's identified who Beyond the Bort is on the circuit and it's not Betty, then he can go after him and try and wipe out our epicest of melon fruits. Beyond the Bort crawling around and avoiding the Mercedes who kills himself, I think, almost. Who was that? Well, that was not Milan, surely. It was Ole who's trying to get some revenge for what happened in Saudi. So Ole, you can't do it. You can't smash someone forwards too often, otherwise you end up with it. Bertie saying her internet isn't working, so is out of contention here at the moment. Milan in the lead by 3.9 seconds from this Ferrari of Carmad F14 and El Steele behind him. Alfa Alex moves up past Topaz Mika, and Beyond the Bort is right up there too. So we will see if they can catch him, and that is Topaz, and that is El Plan. Loop Racer's retired from the session, and that looks like it must have been Loop Racer there, and is in a difficult position for the cars to move. But that's Ole smashing the car up once again. Ole out of the race. That was the Mercedes going the wrong way, and Ricky Maru is off to do the same thing, off on a hunt here. So who can he see? Was that Atsu? It was Atsu. They're going to do the trick they did before. Brilliant stuff. Come on, boys, keep going backwards now, because the racing line's going to take the cars away from you here. Okay, we got the first of the McLarens coming up behind. Let's go. It's time to engage reverse. There's no way through, surely, here. Oh, well, they're all going to just gang up now. This is great. I can't get a good camera angle. That's the Mercedes of the race leader, managing to find a gap as the Ferrari smashes in. Carmad F14 is out of the race. That was incredible. And then the other Ferrari sneaks through of El Steele. They've tried this in Jeddah. It worked for one of them. It didn't take out the leader of the race as they wait and wait and wait here. Yes, that was good contact as Asu goes leapfrogging over the top of the action. Is that another retirement? Not quite. You can see how difficult it is if you're not using the reverse-facing camera on board. And there goes Ricky Maru out of the session. Here we go. Responding, I don't remember a wall being there in Miami, but there you go. Ricky Maru took out at least 2 drivers, I think, at that stage. So certainly got a decent run going. As I think Atsu got confused about his steering there. It's quite easy to steer the wrong direction. And he almost wipes himself out once again. There's Atsu. It looks like it's Ultramise, is it? Ultramise is out of the race. No, they just overlapped each other slightly. Let's have a look back then from Ultramise as they are waiting and lying in wait. Epic melon fruit. Ollie did exact same what I did to him in Saudi, so got him back. Well, yes, got him back. So it looks like Beyond the Ball is out of the race. So it looks like we're going to have the bounty paid out to Ole, who wasn't very high up in the championship at all. Just waiting for this Mercedes race leader to come through. Let's go. Yes. Yeah. double hit on the Mercedes, but it's not enough to take him out. He's trying to find that gap again, and he looks like he's got that gap. Here he goes through. Through goes the Mercedes of Milan, and he'll be lucky to get away with that one, and I think he will get away with it and be able to get into the pits. So there's plenty of stalking action going on here, and is this going to be a brake check from Floyd Pink, I wonder? It would not surprise me, I have to say, if he decides to brake check Betty. And Floyd has managed to spin the car, I think deliberately. I think that's fair to say. The rain is lightning here on lap 5 of 14, as in easing off. It's not actually not actual lightning. As Milan leads by 29 seconds. Atsu down in 11th place now and has retired. So lying in wait in that position. Let's just check out Ultramees here as he's still waiting. I know the last car has gone through for now, at least from Ultramees. Milan is having that front wing changed. El Steel will get a big gain on him as he comes through. And let's have a look then. We've got Kick-Sauber of Topaz following Ashtube at this stage. Topaz, otherwise known as Mika. You can see the Ferrari closing in on the Mercedes then as the Mercedes comes on out of the pit lane and will be within striking distance, and it's quite a literal striking distance that they're within now of each other. Where's that McLaren of Floyd Pink, and what is he doing? He's trying to deal with Ultramees, I think. Ultramees still just waiting for his opportunity. Tried to get the narrowest portion of the circuit ready. As Response says, it must be loads of fun to commentate on after all the serious racing. Yeah, it absolutely is. It's a real highlight watching these absolute idiots driving their cars and just here for fun and a big smash situation. We've got, well, I was going to say we've got a Kick-Sauber high up there, but we haven't. This is El Steel, and I'm being stalked by a Kick-Sauber who's at least one lap down, and I wonder if he's going to go full throttle straight into him. It's a good one if you can do it, but it's a shame. Here we go. Will there be contact from the Kick-Sauber? He's being allowed through as he runs over a bit of debris, but that's okay. We don't mind debris on the racetrack, do we? As this is El Steel then trying to protect that second position and might be being tempted to pass now. I wonder if that's El Plan or is that Topaz? That's El Plan, who's not without the ability to make an attempt on someone's life like this, and they just about escape. Does the Ferrari driver El Steel? So waiting to go across the start-finish line once again to start lap 8. Has lost a lot of time to Milan here. I wonder if is anyone still going backwards? No, we're all circulating in the correct order at the moment. Here comes El Plan then on the Ferrari. Are we going to go straight into him? Not quite. The Williams is going to get into the mix as well. This is Alpha Alex trying to find a good route through. Well, he makes a fantastic overtake, Alpha Alex, through past the Ferrari and into second place, but he's got to deal with this Kick-Sauber of El Plan here, who is playing spoiler now. Of course, we're going to have more drivers with nothing to lose at this stage of the championship. There is the Aston Martin doing his old tricks again and just missing everybody. It's too wide here, Ultramees. You need to get into a nice a nice position here for a nice narrow part of the track. As Response says, clean overtakes in a destruction league. That is blasphemy, absolute blasphemy. Oh, there's no way through, and Ultramees is doing his level best here. He's going to wipe himself out, surely, I'm sure. But here is Alpha Alex then, finding the one bit of grass in the Miami Dolphins car park, and then trying to get through at the moment. And wheels interlock. Not much the drivers can do about that when the wheels get locked like that. Ashtube and Alpha Alex close to each other. Ashtube doesn't really want to give up this fourth or chance of third position here. I'm just trying to get to our live chat again because I'm losing it. Ricky Maru, not ideal this situation. Rear end of this house is made of paper. Well, you've got to go and have a chat with Delara, I think, about that one. Nice bit of bit of action and into the wall, and oh no retirements, but a nice little run. He almost reverses. We want those unsafe rejoins, don't we, from our drivers here. Betty's still surviving to pick up points for VCARB, the championship leading team. And as I said at the start of the race, it may be that championship leading team, it is possible that they will in fact be unassailable by the end of this race. Let's wait and see. Well, Floyd has given up his approach here. He needs to find that really, really narrow part of the circuit that we're in now, I think, to make this plan work. Here he is. Oh, Floyd. Oh, Floyd. Oh, what a joke. Betty will be disqualified. She's been disconnected. So Floyd has just been trying to park it in a good position and has messed up. Betty is AI apparently. Well, the car looks pretty solid here, mate. So I'm not sure. It doesn't appear to be ghosted, but responds saying, Floyd, what is it, Floyd? What have you done? This is not right at all. To quote a oh, hello. Let's try and get through here, shall we? Was that race ending for anybody? Not quite. That was Alpha Alex with El Plan right behind him. Ultra got me there. Wasn't much car left. Okay. Oh, and there we go. Ultra Mies has made another big kill as it's a drive-by from Ultra Mies. A fantastic kill there on the North Straight here. Ricky Maru saying the AI killed me. Tried to be nice and restarted. Interesting. Okay. Austin Powers doing a 10 in a steamroller is Ultra Mies in Aston Martin down on the back straight there, trying to find some more cars to have some more fun with. This then is the Kick Sauber running as the Williams, I want to say, just pitted. Alpha Alex has retired. El Steel has retired, and we're down to just a handful of drivers left now who will pick up the biggest points on offer. Of course, the drivers do get points for wherever they finish, whether that's the DNF or not, which I know is a contradiction in terms, but we like to spread the points out quite liberally here at League of Destruction. This is Betty, so it does look like the car is solid. So may have managed to get back into her seat. We shall see. So I'm trying to find drivers who are close to one another. Everybody behaving themselves at the moment, trying to pick up those points. The leader is Milan, who has just picked up the fastest lap of 1:33.761, 39 seconds ahead with 5 racing laps left to run. This is Milan, and that was an Aston Martin outside the pit lane exit. I must just warn you, I have a storm going on here in the UK. And if I do lose, storm's fault. Epic Melon for saying Betty would cut corners. The VCARBs. This VCARB is not cutting corners. No, you're exactly right. Correct. So strange that it's not ghosted, but yes, looks like it's running a decent line here. Very computer generated line for the VCARB. So VCARB is cooked. I'm cooked, says Bjorn, as Milan is P2 in the drivers, and that's Betty's car out and killed by Ultra Mies, who has a huge amount of hits on his. I'm not quite sure where he's going to mark all of his kills on. At the side of the car, on his helmet, maybe. Yeah, that would be good. Tally marks on the helmet for the number of kills here, or maybe gunshot holes or something, speed holes as Homer would say. So back into our hunting position here, into the hide. We're going to stop, are we? We are going to stop around here. We're at the narrowest point of the circuit and lie in wait for the drivers who. Oh, that's evil. That is really, really evil. As Ash Tube has retired somehow, coming out of the pit lane. Oh, it looks like maybe El Plan has killed Ash Tube. I'll have a look. Where is El Plan? It looks like he might have done the nasty there on Ash Tube, unfortunately. So Ultra Mies trying to position the car well, but unfortunately missed the Kick Sauber of Topaz Mika coming through. So there's plenty of racetrack left then for them to go to carry on. This is Topaz, a minute down and half a track away from Milan, and this is El Plan hunting from the rear. And if they get this right, El Plan and Ultramise can put the squeeze on the Mercedes of Milan. 4 drivers remain with just less than 4 laps to run. Here comes El Plan following Milan, who will probably slow now at this point. The trouble is, you really want to try and drift into another driver because that is where the car is strongest. So trying to find a way through, and there's no way through for him. And now he might end up getting smashed by... No, they're going to work together again, I think, El Plan. There's no point taking out his own teammate. He's just going to reverse and go after Milan. So I wonder if they're in driver chat here. But if you can drift and side hit your rival into position, then all the better. Is he just going to wait? Wait here for Milan. I wonder, what is the tactic at play? What's Ultramise up to? Well, he would quite like to hit one of the Kicksaubers out. Could be a 1-2 finish for Kicksauber here if anyone can find a way to kill Milan, who is currently enjoying quite a turn of speed out there. This is Milan on board with him as we run through towards the end of the first sector, in towards turn 6, becomes 7, becomes 8. And powering out. Let's see what Ultramise has got planned. Well, he's right at the back here. We're pointing in the wrong direction. We're lying in wait for Milan, and now we're parking sideways. There's almost going to hit himself out here. That's more like it. But I'm going to have to point the camera to try and see what he's doing. Go on, make up your mind. Make up your mind now. Now, what's the plan? Go at speed. Go at speed. Spin. Oh, so close. So close from Ultramise. And he's running out of laps now to attack our race leader, Milan. Topaz and El Plan fairly close together on track. 40 seconds apart in reality. So next up, this is going to be Ultramise's next victim, I think, as he's waiting once again. He wants to reverse into Mika. Go for it, go for it, go for it. Oh, not again. Oh, so close. And you don't want to drive so fast towards the wall that you are going to wipe yourself out. They've got to go 3 wide on that main straight. Well, they have, but of course they're not all teammates. And Milan would be a good scalp, but of course the bounty's already gone as well. So it really is very, very interesting tactically. What is El Plan up to? He's waiting for Milan as well. He's pointed in the right direction of the racetrack. I wonder if he's just going to follow Milan if he misses him, and then just go complete kamikaze headlong into him. Well, that was a bit of nothing, wasn't it? Let's go after him. Let's go after him. Let's go. It's going to take some catching now. So the one thing you can be pretty sure of is that Milan is not going to try and kill you here. He's facing forwards now, is Ultramise. Wants to try and hit the Mercedes. No, another miss from Mies. Unfortunately, I would be unkind to say ultra miss, wouldn't I? But that is our leader. Ultramise is trying to go for another driver. That was so close again. That was Mika coming through. So Ultramise has maybe one more chance in this position, and if he misses this time, I think he's going to have to go back round. Now you've got El Plan waiting at turn 16. Oh, he wants to take out Ultramise and missed again. But this then is the end of the penultimate lap. Start of the final lap then for Milan, and he has just about 4 kilometers to go before he can take the win here. The only problem with this situation, like yesterday, is that it just drags the races out longer and longer. We have like 12 other drivers who are desperate to get racing, and they're stuck watching these guys crawl around and try and kill Milan. I think they might be doing exactly what we'd hoped. Well, there you go. El Plan takes himself out, and Ultramise is left at 90 degrees to the racetrack. One chance remains now for Ultramees to take out Milan, I think, and Mika could end up picking up the pieces. He'd have to take 2 drivers out in 1 lap here, Ultramees. I can't complain about Ultramees. He really has been our hitman of the Miami race, if it is a race. The Miami massacre, I think, perhaps. Let's go, and spin, Oh, not again. He gets through. He survives. Milan survives. There's nobody in front of him. Surely Milan can do this now all by himself. We'll see if Mies can get himself onto the podium next to Topaz. He'll have to run around a little bit and unlap himself. If that's what he wants to do, he'll be in the race for a while. But I think he's been stationary for so long, I don't know that he can actually technically unlap himself. So winning the Miami Massacre is Milan, as you can well imagine. Very appropriately there. Pitboard saying well done to Milan and Mercedes. And now we wait to see if Topaz gets caught in Ultrame's last-ditch attempt here. He's going wide. Trying to go around the outside. That was a good tactic from Ultramees. Has Ultramees, in fact, killed himself? I don't know if Ultramees can get on the podium. He's got to drive all the way around now for lap after lap in 2 minutes 30. And it's a tall order because he's been going backwards for so long. So he'll have 2 minutes 30 to catch back up. He can barely turn the car, such as his understeer. Topaz is down the back straight and about to finish up this race. Ole's saying we've been coaching him the whole race. I presume that's Milan that he's been coaching, as they are obviously both directors. Has Mies even pitted, says Epic Melon Fruit. No, wait, it's still on, says Respond. Second place goes the way of Topaz Mika. And like I said, it's Ultramees now has to try and unlap himself from all those retirements in front of him, and he can't. He can't do it. I don't know if we'll be kind and give Ultramees the third place after all or not. But I'll have to call it as I see it on the leaderboard. Milan, though, was imperious in that race. Managed to escape so many points of danger. There he is on top. Response saying 3 stops it's seeing in the game for me. So I had to keep repairing that car, didn't he? All into the final round as Epic Melon Fruit is feeling the pressure. We'll have a short pause, I think, while Ricky sorts out the standings, and hopefully he will let them wade through. Betty asking for another invite, so hopefully Betty can come back for the final. We want everybody in today, so even if it costs us a minute or two. Ricky's going to be busy doing stuff on the standings. Well, there you have it then. Milan, first place. Fastest lap went the way of Topaz. El Plans has been recorded as third place. Then we have Astu, Betty, and El Steel. Well, not Betty, so Betty will take out of that run. El Steel, Alpha Alex, Floyd Pink, and Ultramees, Carmad, Bjorn, Atsu, ARL, Luke Pracer, Ricky Maru, Bra, W2, and Ollie, who is dead in the water and dead last. So I will have a look at the driver chat, and I'll be checking in on the championship. Respond wishing he was still here. Had to leave due to college and work. So, well, I don't know, Respond. If you're sitting here watching the stream, you don't really need a lot of practice to run the League of Destruction, which is the beauty of it. So you really could find your way in if you wanted to. We had a seat spare here tonight as well. So just waiting to see what Ricky has sent me. I don't know what that means. Sorry, if needed, we can fix it with some extra. No, we'll see. I'm not quite sure what he's on about, but there we go. Driver standings then. 15 points bounty for Bjorn was the situation, and it's going to be 15 points to take out Bjorn, who is on 158 to Milan's 146. Remember, though, the Drivers' Championship not as important as our Teams Championship. So the Teams Championship sees VCARB or Vazab, as is written on the standings at the moment. 256 plays Mercedes 249. Milan and Ole will be trying to overhaul VCARB, and it would be absolutely terrible if VCARB lose this on the final round. Red Bull are in third on 187. I don't think are in contention. I think it's VCARB versus Mercedes, with Alpine in fourth. Haas and Stake Sauber now fifth, joint on 182. McLaren 170, Aston Martin 162, Williams 136, and Ferrari 118. But it is Bjornebort who has 158 points and is only 12 ahead of Milan, as he points out here in the live chat. Astube 135 could still win the championship. El Plan probably can't in fourth on 125. Alpha Alex 124. And then down we go through the order. Just catching up on the live chat here. Points are wrong, says Epic Melon Fruit. Well, that is what I've just read out. 12 ahead in the drivers, 7 ahead in the constructors. I know, Rookie now saying points wrong. Okay, thanks. Thanks, Bjorn. Well, it gives me something to talk about in the chat here. And while I'm here, big thank you to everybody who takes the trouble to press that like button when they're watching, and make sure that you subscribe to the channel as well. A lot of these drivers will feature in round 3 of the International Racing League, which is on tomorrow night at 8 p.m. UK time, 1 hour after this time if you just tuned in live today. And you'll see them in a much more serious guise as we head to the Red Bull Ring for our first sprint race of the 10 race championship. So points are now fixed apparently, and they look very similar at the top. We just had some changes down below. Bjorneball 158, Milan 146, Ashtu 135, Elplan 125, Alpha Alex 124, Loop Racer 111, Atsu 110, the Ector Ollie 103, Betty 98, Floyd Pink 97, Bra 90. We have MC Hoppy on 74. Nike has 73. So does Merkt, who's not with us tonight. Ultra Mies and Ricky Maru both have 72. Although I think I would hand Ultra Mies 50 bonus points for his performance in Miami. Carmad and Mika have 68 each. AJ ARL has 52 to Callum's 50. Mika as a reserve has 18. EU Division has 18. El Steel has 15. And let's talk then about, as we get ready for qualifying in Portugal, one-shot qualifying, as we've said before. We have VCARB 256, Mercedes 249, Stake 203, Red Bull 187, Alpine 185, Haas 182. Super close for the 4th place in the championship. Unfortunately, 4th place is the first of the losers today, because we only hand out our prize pool euros to the top team. Although I think we should give €1 to every other team for taking part, no? Then we have McLaren 170, Aston Martin 162, Williams 136, Ferrari have 118 points, and the reserve team 73 total. Response saying another Mercked domination incoming. Has he rejoined us? Have I missed that? No. Tune in tomorrow for the International Racing League to see a Mercked domination situation, as he managed to win the 2nd race of the championship. So started a new hot streak after giving up the first win of the championship to the double world champion Moist. There you go. I mean for tomorrow. Okay, indeed. Got it. Exactly. So let's go back to the driver chat room, shall we? It's been lighting up as usual here. Not my best track, not my best subject, maths, says Ole. A nostalgia back to F1 23 because of the first season of League of Destructions. And then we are about to get underway for one-shot quali. We're expecting rain again. I'm not sure if it's going to be rain at the start, rain at the end of this race. We shall wait and see. And it'll be fun to see. But it's good to have that change of conditions. Although, frankly, I just stick it on full wet the whole time, because it's just way more fun as a spectator. The drivers don't particularly like that, but especially a couple of the drivers who absolutely detest it. But it looks like we've got dry weather for qualifying, thankfully. some argument over Sauber's team points right now. AJ asking, is it wet for Portugal, and gets a no sign. So yeah, we're having a good time here tonight. Obviously, that's the point. So a 25% race still to go to settle, to make sure that that we get the championship correct. Has everybody got rally car set up on? Says Ollie. And Luke Bracer said nothing to lose, 0-0 wing. So he's taken all the wing off, and he's gonna just go like a dart into other drivers, I think, here. Floydie saying dry race as well here in Portimao. And this is Ricky Maru once again as host, and we'll see him through the first couple corners anyway, because he'll usually do pretty well. Bjorn is going pretty quickly, until I say that, of course, and then he goes slower. So appreciate that from him. As cutting out the first few corners goes Ricky Maru. He's quite keen to get up into the top half of the draw, at least, as Milan obviously going the opposite tactic of Bjorn. I think we should have put at least a 10-point bounty on Milan's head, don't you? Through the Rolex hairpin, which is no longer the Rolex hairpin. Now that is a shortcut and a half. Is this actually going to work? Surely it can't work for Ricky Maru. That's insane shortcut there across the crest. I really thought that EA would have put a nice invisible barrier across the racetrack, as he'll try to turn left, will he now, and cut out this section of the track. Oh, he's found the rallycross line. Oh, he's really researched this one as we launch sky high into the air. Bjorn has retired from the session. This is Ricky Maru. Looks like Carmad and Milan have done exactly the same route. This is going to be all kinds of fun watching this trackside as they go over that rise. But Milan is a 108.384. You've never seen a faster Portimao lap than that. Carmad F14 is in second place. Ricky Maru is in third, with Atsu in fourth place. We have Ole in fifth, and Betty, I think, rejoining us in sixth place. Topaz forms an all Sauber row 4 with El Plan alongside. That what is that? Corner cut legendary, says Respond. That really was very, very fun. So an all Sauber row 4 for us, and they'll be able to play tactics from that position. Behind the Saubers, we have Ashtube in 9th. It doesn't really matter, does it? But Floyd Pink's in 10th. Alpha Alex is in 11th. Luke Brace in 12th. El Steel in 13th. Bra is in 14th, with ARL or AJ in 15th. Ultrame 16th. Look out for Ultrames again. In the Aston Martin, we have W2 in 17th. Bjorn in 18th. Nike is back for us. So Nike and Betty have rejoined us. We have 19 starters. Place your bets now. How many guys are going to finish this? As we get further into League of Destruction, we are getting fewer and fewer finishers in the races, which is exactly what we want to see. If we get down to one driver, obviously they should hopefully retire and save us a few minutes, as long as they unlap themselves, which is the other thing. Response is 2 finishes here, but it is dry response, so that's another thing. And they're going to be launching themselves over these hills and these incredible shortcuts. That really is very, very cool. We should do a rallycross event like this. We should have contact damage on, but full rallycross shortcuts would be absolutely epic. You have to push that ride height all the way up, soften the suspension, and we should have maybe do that one day. Have a proper rallycross event if they're going to allow shortcuts like that. Atsu and Bjorn will survive, he says. Well, if Bjorn survives, obviously he will win the championship. Can you do soft, says Bjorn, or is that a DSQ? I'm sure that is a DSQ, because I think the game, I don't think you can turn off the mandatory pit stop compound change. So if he's listening, Milan says disqualification, which is sporting of him, because frankly, if I were in Milan's position, I'd say, yeah, go ahead, do it. Do it. So here we go. At the start of the race, this is the McLaren of Nike getting a very, very, very slowly. So slowly I don't even want to watch him right now, as Ultramees gets away in 18th position. And we see Bjorn de Boer trying to thread the needle. And there is a good rallycross line, and over the jump. Just checking out, that was Loop Racer trying to kill people with that 0-0 wing, probably struggling to slow the car down, I imagine. This is Bertie fighting it out as they head down to the, what was the Rolex hairpin. I'm still going to call it the Rolex hairpin because it really should say Rolex down there, as it used to. Now let's have a look at these shortcuts as the drivers go flying. Bjornebo's out. Bjornebo is out from the lead of the championship, so now the guys need to figure out who killed him. And that's Betty spinning around. Betty's out as well. That's the VCarbs both out from the lead of the championship. This could be curtains for VCarb, as there you can see we've got a Williams running over the hill as well as the drivers try to find their way through. This is absolute carnage. Bra gets over the hill, and so the VCarbs are out of contention. They've just got to hope that their rivals for the championship get taken out soon too. Atsu, a 112.7, as Ricky Maru and Atsu are really gunning for this one, as Ricky is almost pushing Atsu around the circuit here, as Milan is in third position, and the Haas drivers are going to go side by side, I think, and try and stop Milan from winning this race if they can. Milan going wide to try and straighten up that corner. Through the hairpin they go. And let's ride with Milan, shall we, as we follow these lines, hugging that Armco wall and turning right, turning right, turning right. And it looks like Milan on the attack here. And he's going for the championship, the Drivers' Championship at least. But remember, he needs to get the points. And if he did do this, it'd be doing a Verstappen-like Constructors' Championship. Because I can't remember the last time Milan actually had a teammate in this championship. That was so funny. Over the hill he goes, and there was an Alpine, I think, waiting under the hill. And it just launched him sky high. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. You've got to love that. Absolutely brilliant. W2 is out of the session as well, unfortunately. I can't promise we'll actually see where the car went out. As Respond doesn't know what he's watching, what is he looking at, as the everybody's cutting these corners like crazy. Absolutely off the chain excitement. How is this Mercedes surviving this situation? He's got the Ferrari directly behind him. He's going to be very, very nervous looking at that thing. Response says, "What have I just seen?" Absolutely, it's unreal. These track cuts at Portimao. Ricky and Atsu obviously really, really worked hard on this one. This is where we found a car directly underneath us a moment ago. As Milan goes across, I'll try and watch that with a bit better angle. I wonder if Carmad is in... no, he's not in AI. So Haas are trying to pick up the championship points, I think, here. And they're trying to win this race for the first time, I think, out of the 10 races we've had. Big buddy hop from the Ferrari there of Carmad, who is trying to take out the Mercedes as well. But we're down to 13 races at this stage. Let's see. I think, is that the Alpine waiting again in his great position. Let's watch as one of the other drivers comes over the hill again. Alpine has really picked that spot. That's Loop Racer under the hill and waiting for drivers. The McLaren's approaching now. Is the McLaren going over the hill or not? And then we have Bjorn saying, Betty and he have been so unlucky in the last 4 rounds. Besides Saudi, it's unbelievable. Yeah, absolutely. Here come the Haas drivers then over the hill. Yes, he got one. Loop Racer got one, but unfortunately he took himself out. That was Atsu that he caught. Yeah, Loop Racer now out of the race. Brilliant, well worth it for me. Atsu has taken his front wing off and will be heading into the pits, I think. No, he's going to... As Epic Melon Fruit says, the Mercedes glided over him. Absolutely. It was the Mercedes that gives you wings today, I think. As these 3 drivers then are running close together. Topaz Mika in 4th place. Carmad has dropped down to 5th at this stage. Oh, they look so good, these cars, just flying in the air. I wonder if we can we can drive upside down in the tunnel in Monaco or something and prove that that long-held belief. Anyway, here comes Carmad 14 as the wind and rain whip against my my comms box window here at the moment. Not so much trackside in Portimao, but actually, who was that? It was just... It's the drivers doing it again. It's Ultramies and Bra are back at their old tricks, parking up. This track is so wide, though. I think Loop Racer had the best strat there, as that was Milan, who's managed to find himself in the lead again. How is Milan doing this? I think he's decided maybe that overhill approach just isn't worth the risk. Certainly been bitten by that one a couple of times, and here comes the driver. This is Ricky Maru with the yellow helmet in the Haas, trying to get past a lapped McLaren, who doesn't go for him there for some reason. McLaren's gone instead for the leader, Milan, and he got him. And now we're going to go for him once again as we sit, and the driver coming straight for us is the McLaren. Oh, so close from Floyd Pink, who goes out in a blaze of glory, does Floyd Pink, and trying to find that route through. Is there a car waiting underneath the hill again for the Mercedes? As Milan is definitely under the cosh here. Bjorn will be cheering every other driver on here except for Milan, but I wonder whether the 12 points have already gone begging here for Bjorn. He was only 12 ahead in the championship. I think it might be curtains for that championship. Look at these track cuts. There we go. Floydy, that was a pubic hair distance away from making it. He says that, or as we might say in the UK, a gnat's pube. He was that close to it. It was brilliant. That was really, really good. Well played from Floyd for a very, very close attempt. Atsu was pitted. He's got a clear track in front of him at the moment. He's just cutting the line there from the Ferrari, who's look at this rallycross lawn mowing style from Atsu. Absolutely brilliant. Oh, was that it? I thought that was a hit from behind. That was just dirty tyres as we run on through then. And Ole is in the pits. So Mercedes might steal this at the very end of our championship, as over the crests, blind crests here at Portimao, catching our drivers out. That is definitely an Aston Martin to be very, very wary of. Oh, it looked like there was a little bit of contact there, but just missed anything. Brilliant. Love that shot. If I can find a way to screenshot that, I might have to replace the ones that we've got. Mika saying huge side pot damage. He's got damage to his side pot, he says. Does Milan. Floydy is busy typing the driver chat as well. But this is Milan then, and surviving for now. We've got a McLaren waiting in a position where not many drivers are actually using the track, and I think he's just realised that. So he needs to wait under there. Oh, no. What have we got planned here from Nike? I thought he was going to stay and keep pushing here. Ultramies, not going the wrong way, but plotting and scheming with with Bra. Sorry, El Plan was driving the Aston in the previous season of this championship. So what are they up to at the moment? Ricky leads Milan by 3 seconds. Atsu's right up there. I think that Haas cannot win the championship. I think they're too far down. They've been messing about for too long. Loop Racer saying waiting under the hill was the Alpine tractor master plan. Absolutely. Now, what is the plan here? What's the master plan for Aston Martin? The Maston plan, shall we call it? As was certainly one of the Mercedes is coming up out of the hairpin. No, that didn't work, unfortunately. Here comes the other Mercedes now, though, and perhaps that is who they're after. You can see them coming up ahead as they'll be steering and swiping towards in front of him. Some great ploughing of the of the gravel traps has been going on here. We are actually getting through this race pretty quickly, thanks to the shortcuts. Nike and Ultramees have both retired, so I imagine those were something to do with each other. I can't quite track because they're too far away from the trackside camera, but they've hit Ricky Maru very hard. And that is Bra, who's obviously been right in the mix as well. Ultramees, unfortunately, out then in 12th position. And the driver's really obviously enjoying themselves. Grass on the tyres here for Bra. As the next Mercedes, probably Ole, is coming through. And we'll see if Bra can catch him as well. We're lying in wait. There you can see the Mercedes trying to cut the track. At this stage, I'm not sure this is the best place for it. Unfortunately, Floydie's saying the Aston got plenty of kills before he died. Yeah, he has been, I would say, hitman of the day has been Ultramees. He really has been something very, very special. He's got his plans sorted. He's staked out his places to make the kill. He sniped his way to a fantastic highlight reel. We'll get his POV video, I'm sure, later on, as Ricky now pits for his mandatory pit stop on lap 10 of 17, quite a distance away from Milan at this stage. Milan is going to turn right and turn left and then turn right over the hill. Oh, bad camera angle, sorry folks. Wish we'd have got that camera angle sorted coming through there. But Milan about to start lap 11. He's going to go into the pits and serve a pit stop. Let's have a look. What has he got so far? Pit stops. He's the final driver to pit. The final driver to pit once. And we'll be strapping on some soft tyres to go have some fun out there. We've got tyre details on here. Ultramees saying, I got you, Bjorn, right. So hopefully he's furiously going back through his clips to see. Over we go. Was that someone? No, that was just a damaged board there. That's his Atsu in second place. Ricky Maru is close to the Mercedes of Ole and trying to... Yes, boys. Now we like that kind of thing. That's great. Teamwork across teams. Both trying to take out the Mercedes of, I think that was Ole. So Ashtube and Ricky Maru working together. Plan that one. And ARL is out of the race. Another Red Bull death, unfortunately, as Ricky's now playing complete spoiler. I think that might have been our race leader going through. Let's have a look. I think it was. So this is Milan, and he's now pretty used to finding those shortcuts. He's got very dirty soft tyres here. Carman has disconnected apparently. Some Ferrari strategy play there, and launching the car over into the final corner. I love a bit of that. We no longer use turn 14 and get the DRS detection zone. We just go straight on through. We don't need DRS here in League of Destruction. I can't really track who to watch. Bra is probably a good one because he's waiting around. He hasn't quite figured out that shortcut area where Loop Racer did so well earlier is perhaps the best place to go for it. Unfortunately, if you don't make any attempt to unlap yourself through the race, you are going to end up not picking up the position anyway. Trying to find the tactics, but unfortunately, the track is just too wide at this point to make it work. You do a J-turn or a backwards donut or something, that might catch somebody out. He's going to go for the next Haas coming through. Is he? No. I'm not sure what that attempt was there from Bra. But who has he got in mind? Is he waiting for the Mercedes, I wonder? Trying to close off the track here. Here comes a Ferrari then. I thought he'd beached the car then. Oh, that was super close again. I thought he'd beached the car on the curb. Oh, well done. Well done indeed for dodging that one for Ole, I think it was. And now we've got Ricky, I think, giving up the actual race. I think Ricky's going to just go for the kills now. Ultramees saying, Bjornabort updating Ultramees and saying it was an Aston. It was an Aston. He's taken his own front wing off. I don't think he actually killed somebody there, but he's got less car to make the damage with now. As of course he avoided his teammate. So Bjorn said it was definitely an Aston. Videos are uploading right now. So here is Ricky with an attempt here, but again, racetrack too wide at this stage. It's too easy for the drivers to avoid them. You've got to find those narrow points. Ricky, I think, headed towards that hill where the drivers come through. Here comes the Aston, the Mercedes, and flying across there. Yeah, Ricky's going to turn, isn't he, towards the final corner and that hill section where the drivers are coming through. Oh, wow, so close again. Yes! Ricky with a kill, but it's himself again, unfortunately. So it looks like that was Bra, as Carmad has joined the session. Welcome, Carmad, but unfortunately it's going to happen for you. Oh, no, you are still in this race. You've got back in your seat. Time to get out there and get in amongst it. It's like 14 of 17. Milan leads the race still. Fewer people are playing Hunter now at this stage. Milan is going to take the Drivers' Championship, and Mercedes, by the look of things, are going to take the Constructors' Championship off VCARB and the full, I think it's €50 full prize for P1 in the Teams' Championship. So we do all this serious racing where people practice for weeks and pounds, and then we come and mess about like this. And because Ricky supports the league, as do our other key supporters of the league, who I named at the top of the session, because they put that support in, they are able to distribute a much bigger prize pot. This is Milan then. He's 19 seconds in the lead of the race. I think those kill attempts have been paused and stopped at this stage. We'll wait to see if Milan now turns right sharply, and he does over the crest, back onto the racetrack, cut out that corner in a big way. So working hard to just shorten the racetrack up as much as possible. There is a big cut to be had there as well, I think, to cut out effectively turn 12. Here he goes over the top. Who was that lying in wait? Was that Ferrari? It was. Let's go and join Carmad 14, who's come back to us and has been watching the stream, I imagine, and finding that good position to attack. Who is he waiting for? Don't go out onto the straight, Carmad. You're going under the hill, maybe. Yeah, looks like it. Or we're going to the pits. I think we're in two minds. We're not quite sure what we're going to do here. As round come the... Just going to let them draw alongside, possibly. Looks like Topaz and Atsu left in the race, out behind us. So what has the Ferrari got in store here? Nice little bit of style there from our Sauber of Topaz as he comes through. Up ahead, there is Topaz. Behind, there is the Haas of Atsu in second position in the race. Big cut of the corner of the hairpin. And now what does Carmad do? Because he obviously can't win this race. Tries to do the old elbow move into the Sauber. Doesn't quite get there. Can we push a car over the hill, I wonder? He's got really dirty tyres, so it's a struggle. Oh, and a big turn there from Topaz, who cuts out that part of the racetrack. It doesn't buy him a great deal. Let's just go and have some fun, shall we, over this section, and then let's go flying! Launching it into the air. Not really pushing here. I think trying to unlap himself slightly. But we're about to finish the race out. We're on the final lap here with Milan. I got a bit lost there watching Carmad. But we've got Milan, as Carmad is actually going for the push here. That was a bump draft and a half on the Haas. It's not quite there, is it? He's just trying to destroy the car into pieces here, and it didn't quite work out. Well, here is Milan coming over one of our shortcuts for the final time. Let's see if we can get some good air. I hope we're adding up air time as we run through this section. I don't know if the live chat's still working, folks. I'm afraid. But here we go. Down we go. Back down. No one's managed to flip the car yet around that corner, but a nice big drift as well to finish the day out. Milan runs the corner, and I think is going to secure the Drivers' Championship with a win in Portimao and Miami. A perfect night racing from Milan. Atsu has tried his level best here to build the points for Haas and has split the Mercedes tonight, but it looks like it's going to be Atsu who is going to get that second place. Floydie says thanks. It was a lot of fun. It was great to have you here as well, Floydie. As doing donuts before the line is Atsu, waiting for Ashtube to catch him. I think just getting a few donuts out of the way. He knows I'm watching him, and that's why he's doing this. I think as Ole is going to get excited here, coming over the line. There goes Atsu to pick up the final points, but Ole is not going to have this all to himself, this final run, as Carmad is determined to grind the car to pieces here at the moment. Look at the sparks flying for him as they squeeze towards the wall and crosses the line in third place then. How he survived that. Oh, fourth place in the end, unfortunately, for Ole, but a great performance. So we'll hang on for that championship position in the end. ARL gets driver of the day. I haven't seen ARL, I don't think, on screen at all tonight, unfortunately. But let's hang on for those championship confirmed podium positions for our constructors, at least. That's what Ricky is going to be working on here. Lots of congrats going in. Some apologies, and I think they're fake apologies as well. Mercedes lifting the big trophy for the final race of the season. Is that what we're going to see on track tomorrow, I wonder? Well, there goes the champagne for him, and I think we've got those Mercedes having a great run of things overall. Let's check in with the standings as well. Milan, fastest lap, win and pole position, Grand Slam in the final race here, in first position. Atsu in second, Ashtube in third, Ole coming home in fourth, and I think we're doing enough here to get that championship for Mercedes. Topaz in fifth, Carmad in sixth, ARL in seventh, and Ricky in eighth. Nike finished ninth, Bra in 10th, Floyd in 11th, Ultramies in 12th. We have Luke Racer in 13th, W2 in 14th, El Steele in 15th, Betty 16th, Alpha Alex Beyond the Ball 17th and 18th, El Plan at the back. But look at that finishing position for Betty and for Beyond the Ball as we wait for provisional results here for the championship. If they change, I'll try and remember to put a comment in the video, but you can always go ahead and do that. Make sure, though, before you leave us, to remember, we'd love it if you'd put your favourite moment, either from your POV or from the stream, in the comments with a timestamp so we can watch back and really enjoy it as much as we have done this time as well. Just hanging on then for those things. Just remember that on the channel coming up we have International Racing League tomorrow night, and then there should be some live streams from me trying out my VR system in GT7 and other VR games potentially, and I'm sure there'll be some various fun streams going out during the holiday period as well. It's been fantastic. We've really enjoyed this one, no end. Let's just hang on and wait to see if we get those standings coming up. Let's go, Ricky. Stop chatting in the driver chat room, please. Carmen says on to the next one, but it's been good. What else has happened? El Plan got turned into in turn one, spun around, and well, being sideways while there are 10 plus people behind you isn't the best experience. It's probably the safest experience to be sideways to them, frankly. As my live chat is deciding to repeat itself, which drives me up the wall on my overlay. So here we go. Points should be correct. Stake before had a podium with having Leo's points when he was a reserve. We'll check all the points again later. But we believe that Mercedes are 35 points champions ahead of VCARB. 295 for Mercedes, VCARB 260. Stake, we think, on 223 in third place is how the points are going to be divided. Red Bull just missing out, 216, Haas 213, Aston Martin 208, Alpine 192, McLaren 181, Williams 141, Ferrari 131. Your drivers' champion is Milan on 176. Bjorn on 162 came second. Ashtube moved up to third on 152 with El Plan, the previous champion, joint with Atsu in fourth position. It has been fantastically fun. I hope you've enjoyed it. Like I said, I'd love to hear your favourite moments through the championship. But for now, folks, thanks so much for watching, for liking and doing all the good stuff on YouTube. And we will catch you on the next race day.